Hey guys, what's going on? Mike the Caveman Kuhn here again, Paleo Primal Long Island, MikeTheCaveman.com. And today's question comes from my dearest and oldest followers over on Paleo Primal Long Island. And don't worry, Rita, I'm not talking about how old you actually are. I mean, how long you've actually been with me. But that being said, yes, my question today comes from my good friend Rita. And the question is regarding what is an alternative to Benadryl and other antihistamines, okay? I posted an article this morning about how diphenhydramine, which is found in Benadryl, as well as the similar compounds in certain antidepressants like SSRIs, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, okay? It's found in those. It's found in a lot of PM versions of drugs like Tylenol PM. So it's a problem because it's associated with neurodegenerative disease, particularly dementia, through repeated use and result in cognitive decline. So your brain starts to actually shrink, and repeated use ends up resulting in dementia. Okay? So, what is the alternative was her biggest question. Well, what happens is you're taking those. They are antihistamines, all right? What they're trying to turn down is, in fact, histamine, all right? So what is histamine? Histamine has a number of roles in the body. It is a neurotransmitter. It helps to transmit electrical signals between neurons in your brain. It also has a role in your digestive tract, in your gastrointestinal tract, and it's a major component of the inflammatory response, particularly in relation to allergies. That's why when you have an allergic response, what do you reach for? That Benadryl. If you have chronic allergies, you have them all the time and you're always popping for that Benadryl, you could have some problems later on in life regarding dementia. Short term, you could also have problems with memory, which is cognitive decline as it is. So it's cognitive functioning. Now, what's the alternative? Well, the thing is, it's a little bit trickier. A lot of foods that would normally be healthy are now not good for you. What are some of the foods that can provoke a histamine response? Foods that are particularly high in histamine. All right? Well, a lot of fermented foods. So unfortunately, a lot of those probiotic and organic acid-rich foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, kombucha, you're going to want to avoid them. Vinegars, apple cider vinegar, great for you normally. You're going to want to avoid that. You're going to want to avoid aged and or fermented foods. So aged meats, aged fish, all right? Normally, pretty good things. Not necessarily the best thing for you. Now see, normally the histamine is broken down by something called diamine oxidase. It's an enzyme that breaks down the histamine and allows your body to react normally, to not have an overactive inflammatory response, okay? Well, some foods and some drugs, including those antihistamines, well, what do? Is they end up resulting in a downturn, a downregulation of the DAO, diamine oxidase. So, you're going to want to avoid foods that produce that reaction, okay? So that includes those fermented foods, that includes vinegar, chocolate, a lot of protein-rich foods, soy, but we're already avoiding that anyway, we know that, citrus fruits, berries, the list's pretty high. What you want to do though is look at a low histamine diet, all right? Pull information on that and you're going to be heading in the right direction, okay? In terms of what you can eat, right? Well, you can still eat lots of fresh fish and grass-fed meats, okay? Focus more on the fat rather than the protein, okay? So if you can get your hands on some 75-25 grass-fed ground beef, great. Herbal teas, not really green tea, unfortunately. Herbal teas, fresh fruits and vegetables, eggs, lots of different herbs, okay? So not the spice, not like cayenne, unfortunately. That one is a type of nightshade, so other nightshades like tomatoes, don't really want to do those either. So the key is you're going to want to avoid those histamine-rich foods and avoid the ones that may inhibit the DAO, okay? So, other things to focus on, add in some bone broth, add in gelatin, okay? That's going to help heal the gastrointestinal lining, and that's associated with those problems as well. Okay, bacterial overgrowth is another major issue because what happens is while some bacteria are able to digest and break down that histamine, other ones actually produce it, all right? So if you are eating the wrong foods, the flora in your gut might be the wrong type, and they're the ones that are actually producing more histamines. So you end up getting a buildup of histamines. That's where the problem comes in, okay? It's similar to when people have acid reflux, which actually is also associated, but have acid reflux and they take a proton pump inhibitor, a PPI, like omeprazole, which destroys your stomach acid. Sounds great, right? Your stomach acid prevents bacteria from getting through. So when you take that PPI, you're actually going to cause more acid reflux in the long term. Anyway, moving on. Other ones include like raw local honey, okay? Because the pollen there, the bees, they're obviously in the same environment. They're local, right? So they're exposed to the same allergens as you are. As such, they build up an immunity to it, and you're able to do better on them. Okay, last things. I would definitely, because you can't eat those fermented foods, and we've talked about it right before, but fermented foods don't necessarily provide colonization of gut bacteria, but you're going to need to take a quality probiotic. My personal favorite, I've seen amazing results from everybody who's ever taken it, of course, is Megaspore Biotic. Start with that slowly, start with one a day, build it up, and you should see some major benefits. Other ones include digestive enzymes and systemic enzymes like bromelain, okay? You find that in the fibrenza, and that will help bring down inflammation both systemically. It will help break down the histamine, and it'll, again, just bring down swelling, whether it be on the skin, you get rashes, or you got runny nose and your sinuses. It'll help bring down that swelling. So, your biggest takeaways for today. Don't go reaching for that Benadryl. It's going to mess with your head short term. It's going to mess with your head long term, all right? It's not a good thing. What are the other options? Well, focus on a low histamine diet. Fortunately, this isn't like a lot of other conditions where this is more of a lifetime thing. No, this is an elimination diet. You remove those foods for 1 to 3 months, and then slowly, systematically reintroduce some of them to see which ones are causing particular problems, all right? The next thing, get in a quality probiotic like Megaspore. Consider a systemic enzyme like Fibrenza, is amazing stuff as well. And just eat real food, with the caveat that certain real foods may not be right for you today. Alright guys, I hope this helped you out a little bit. You know what to do. If you liked it, go down below and like and subscribe. Make sure to share it with your friends. You can find me over on Instagram and Twitter at Mike the Caveman, on Facebook at Paleo Problem Long Island, and of course, as always, on MikeTheCaveman.com. Always trying to get some good content out there. That being said, guys, I don't know where the sun is. It needs to come back. I'm not too happy about that.